Morning, Harrison. It's Friday, November 1st. Woo, it's Friday. And these are your morning announcements. My name is Nicole.
And I'm Juliana. Today we have 3 helpers from Mrs. Brown's class to help us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand.
Hi, I'm Isaiah.
Hi, I'm Xavier.
Hi, I'm Alex.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm a peacemaker. I pledge to recognize what good people do, to make positive choices, and help others do the same. I will build peace at school, at home, in my community every day.
Thanks. Lunch for today will be whole grain pizza, green beans, sliced peaches, and milk.
As always, that sounds excellent. Now for Harrison birthdays. Today, Aliona Cooks has a birthday. On Saturday, Max Balco has a birthday. And on Sunday, there are no Harrison birthdays. Happy birthday to all of you.
As you know, Veterans Day is coming up.
Yes, it is. The very important veteran project paperwork went home, and if you have a veteran in your family, you need to fill it out.
Those papers are due now. Also, if you went trick-or-treating last night and you have some candy,
you can bring it in for the troops. Every piece of candy you bring in will get donated to the American troops.
And you know that they will totally love that.
Yes. Remember our assembly earlier this week, we've learned a cool new song.
And the Rockin' Ranger Man was there.
Right. That's right. And that's where we learned the November character trait is empathy.
And empathy is very important. Empathy means that you can understand how someone else is feeling.
So be sure. So, before we go over to Van with Super Stories segment, let's go over to Liba with weather. We have Reverend Carla Jo Howlett with a message for you about empathy.
You're right. Hello, Harrison Elementary School community. I am so grateful to be with you today. I am Reverend Carla Jo Howlett from South Euclid United Church of Christ in South Euclid, Ohio. And I am so grateful and thankful to Mrs. Crawford and your entire community who are allowing me to participate in your video announcements. And where the topic today is empathy. Empathy. Empathy is our ability to understand and to feel what others feel. Understanding and feelings. Those are the two things that we need to remember. And when we show empathy to someone, they know that we care for them. When we show empathy, we're being, sometimes you'll hear the word empathetic. There are times when all of us, you and I, need someone to show us empathy. Because there are times when each of us need to know that we're cared for and that someone is concerned about us. There is a wonderful book in your school library. It's called I Am a Human. And it has some really good teachings about empathy. It reminds us that we are not perfect. It reminds us that all of us make mistakes. It reminds us that sometimes we do things or say things that hurt others. Or sometimes it reminds us that sometimes we're even sad or that we hurt. And it teaches us that when we encounter someone who needs empathy, that we need to be empathetic. And so what does that mean? That we are willing to be thoughtful. We are willing to be kind. and that sometimes we even need to be willing to forgive and to say, I'm sorry. My job is a minister, and in my job, I often have to show empathy to others. When people come to the church, they come as real human beings, they come as real people with real life experiences. And sometimes these experiences that people have been bad experiences, or they've been hard experiences, and they need someone to really understand what they've been through and to feel what they're feeling. Sometimes people will come to the church and they themselves or someone close to them are sick and they are sad about it. Sometimes people will come to the church and they will have been treated meanly, or someone has not been very nice to them, and they are hurt behind that. Sometimes people will come to the church and there are people who have said untruths about them. They have lied on them, and that has made them very, very angry. So when I encounter someone who is sick, or someone who is sad, or someone who has been treated meanly, or someone who has been lied on, I really have to pause and listen. And when I listen, I generally will begin to feel whatever it is that they're feeling, sadness or fear or anger. And I find myself being in a place where I am being empathetic towards them. And the thing about it, each one of us at some time or another needs someone to be empathetic towards us. Each one of us needs someone who's going to care and be concerned about us. If I express empathy to someone, I can be assured that in my time of need, someone will come and express empathy to me. They will be understanding. They will feel what I feel. There's a very old saying, I don't know how many of you have heard it, but that saying is, what goes around comes around. So I just want to encourage you to be one who will show empathy to someone, because in your time of need, that will come back to you. Be empathetic to others, and you can be assured in your time of need, someone will be empathetic to you. Have a fantastic day now. Bye-bye.
Hi there. For today, we will see a high of 44 degrees with a chance of snow. It's not really a big chance, but it could happen. I predict a 72% chance of outdoor recess. For Saturday, it will be cloudy skies with a high of 49 degrees. Sunday is going to look exactly like Saturday. For Monday, the sun will come back out and it'll get a little bit warmer. As always, be sure to dress for the weather and make it a wonderful weather day. Let's go over to Van with our super story
This is scary, right? Well, not during the Day of the Dead. It's celebration in Mexico, and it's like the huge family reunion, except dead ancestors are the guests of the honor. A joyful time that helps people remember the deceased. First, people set up the antler altar in their home and cover it with all kinds of things that their ancestors like. They go off the graveyard for a big party. People have huge feasts, sing songs, and clean the tombstones. But don't forget the skeletons. Life-size paper-mache skeletons are in miniature plastic or clay skeletons are everywhere. The skeletons are posed doing all sorts of wacky things, such as playing guitar, taking a bath, or making tortillas. Clearly, people aren't the only ones who can have fun on the Day of the Dead. You can always find the cool Halloween books in your Harrison Library. Back to you, anchors.
Cool. The lost and found table will be cleared off Friday, November 8th, 2019 at 11 a.m.
Please check the table in the cafeteria for your lost items.
This is not a shopping table. Do not take things that do not belong to you.
Now it's time to end our newscast with a joke. Why didn't the skeleton go skydiving?
Why didn't the skeleton go skydiving?
Because he didn't have the guts for it.
Our tendency will take you to infinity and beyond.
Come on, students, reach for the stars. Turn to your neighbor and remind them that you got a friend in me. We can do this. Let's kaboom! Have a great weekend. This is Nicole,
Juliana,
Liva, and no one else. The news is in and we are